It was a really fun experience, just kind of working with my friends and working with two really great actors.
Getting experience working on a real film set, aside from the home videos that everyone's probably shot in their basement at some point when they were like 12, but to actually work with good quality equipment, actually do sound recording, have a director, have a slate even to distinguish what we were shooting. Just, it all felt so real.
I really enjoyed working with an all-female crew, with an all-male cast. It wasn't something that we planned for, but definitely I think it helped us overall.
It was fun to see a film go from the process, like literally the beginning to the end, and that it was an idea in my head and now it is a thing on the internet. The most surprising aspect, I think, for this film was how on time we were. Every other film I've ever worked on has gone way over time.
The most surprising part was how helpful people were. Some of our extras dropped out last minute and our friends just jumped in and said, yeah, I'm not really an actor, but I'd love to help.
We were a really strong machine, I think, in that we knew exactly how long we needed to get a take, and we were able to get to a place where we were happy really quickly and find the thing that we wanted and move on, which was good.
The most surprising aspect of working on a film was how smoothly things can go, because we were always told to expect the worst, like it's going to rain on us because we live in Victoria and it's going to take forever to film, it's going to be so much work, we're going to be exhausted by the end of the day, but I ended up having a lot of fun. We managed to stay on schedule, and just working with a smaller group of people I think helped too.
We had someone filming us while filming, which is actually a really great way to kind of capture the moments that you would forget about. My favorite memory was probably when we had lunch on the second day. We all went to Jocelyn's house and we watched Battleship and everyone was just making fun of it, and it felt great to be surrounded by people who know what a good film is.
I think with all my filmmaking memories, my favorites are always between cut and action, and especially when you have a group of people that were so much fun and everyone was hanging out and it was a really good time, and we just kind of just had a lot of fun with it, and I think that that's really important. It keeps the mood light and it keeps certain people who are wearing nothing but t-shirts and underwear from realizing how cold they are.
My favorite memory from the bench was probably just watching all the things that we knew were going to go into the blooper reel and just having a great time in general, but definitely watching Katie and Jocelyn shooting the extras, probably I'm going to remember that forever.
Those memories, those times between the actual shooting were the most fun and the most memorable parts of the whole process.
The hardest sound to capture was definitely Shane's voice, because we were so preoccupied the whole time with how's the park going to sound, and there were buses and leaf blowers and children screaming, but we managed to blend all those sounds together and they worked out. But to be able to hold the mic over Shane's head and still pick up Michael more was difficult, because we never really thought about the volume of the actors' voices as much as we did the sounds around them, so that was definitely a challenge.
The biggest challenge about shooting outdoors is the lighting is always changing. We live in Victoria where we had to deal with some rain, so we had umbrellas over the camera for some of it, and then the clouds would roll in and it would get pretty dark outside, and then the sun would come out and the actors were blinded by it, so that was a big challenge. Also, the sound became an issue. There was a lot of garbage trucks and leaf blowers. There was an owl in the neighborhood who was quite noisy.
Letting go of the original concept. When I wrote the script, it wasn't intentionally for this class. It was kind of a writing exercise I did that turned into a short script, and I didn't really think about how shootable it was, and then when we started to tone it down and make it easier and eliminate extras and huge production stuff, a lot of things about the script changed, and the hardest part for me was accepting those changes and moving on and realizing that wasn't the way the film was going to be. So there was, the entire time, there was a conflict between what I had imagined and what was physically possible, and with our budget and our time and our actors. So yeah, it was kind of just accepting those things was the biggest challenge for me.